Hello, my name is Emisha and I'm a Part 4 student from UiTM Muka Sarawak. In my video, I'll be presenting about major plantation diseases management that affected in the paddy industry, which is Sheath Rot Disease. In this video too, I'll be sharing more regarding the disease, which include the scientific and the common name of the disease. Next is the infestation symptom of the disease, then the effects of the disease towards the yield production. I'll be also sharing the proper method on how to control the infestation, and last but not least, the recap from my presentation. All we know that is rice is an important crop in worldwide, as it's serving as a staple food for humanity and additionally being used in certain industry such as to make soap, facial cleanser, or even in medical use, as the rice water could help to lower the high temperature of a patient. However, Sheath Rot Disease is one of the common diseases that attack in Malaysia paddy industry, and it is a complex disease that can cause by various fungal and bacterial pathogen. Next is the scientific name of the disease, which is known as Saroclandium oryzae or Sawada. However, there are also some similarity scientific names of this disease, such as Acrocylindrium oryzae Sawada 1920 and also Saroclandium antunantums by W. Games and D. Hawks 1976. Meanwhile, for the common names of this disease is Sheath Rot Disease. Next, I'll be sharing the further symptoms of the infestation. It can be checked and identified by the uppermost of the leaf shed that enclosing to the young panicles. There are also irregular brown spot about 0.5 to 1.5 cm long with dark reddish brown margins and gray center. There were also a discoloration beneath the shed of the paddy that turned into reddish brown, and the enlargement of the lesion. Meanwhile, for the parts of the young panicles, it will still remain around the shed with presence of whitish powdery that grow inside the affected panicles and shed. There were also a row of panicles and florets with turn from red-brown to dark brown. Last but not least, the panicles were showing an infestation of discoloration, sterilized, shrivels, and partially filled grain. Next is this is the picture on how the infestation symptoms look like. The partially grain fill at the panicles, and also there were a spot of brown lesion, and at the center of the paddy tiller, the color of gray. We will move to the next slide, which is the effect of the Sheath Rot Disease on yield. This disease extremely can cause the reducing of the grain yield. It also can producing the unfilled seed and sterilized panicles. Lastly, it will lower the grain quality. If this problem keep happening, surely it will be causing loss on the paddy company production in Malaysia. However, every problem always came with the solution, and there are several methods that can be used to control the Sheath Rot Disease, which are, first and foremost, remove the infected paddy and leave the optimum spacing to reduce the disease infestation. Then, using potash at the tillering stage. They were also recommended to using application of chemical control such as Captain 50 WP that used during the treatment. In order to help in controlling the Sheath Rot, the uses of foliar spray of calcium sulfate and zinc sulfate also help in controlling the Sheath Rot. Lastly, proper foliar spraying of chemical carbendazim at the budding stage of paddy will also giving effective control of Sheath Rot. It's look like I have come to end of my presentation, and I hope I could convey the information of this major plantation disease in the paddy industry. It is crucial to always make sure a safe environment as it's sufficient for the paddy growth that free from the attack of the disease. Next is always do the monthly check on paddy field to spot any of the infestation of Sheath Rot disease. Lastly, a proper and well-trained worker needed to ensure the paddy is not harming by using any chemical control. All of the information is belonging to the writer itself. To know more further about the disease, surely can check on the articles based on my sharing slide. And last but not least, thank you very much for the time and attention. By that, I will end my presentation by a short clip of real capture photo regarding the Sheath Rot disease on paddy yield.